Wreak havoc.
Now, we all love to watch our favorite superheroes beat the bad guys, but to see them show off their awesome powers is just mwah. I mean, come on, super strength, laser eyes, teleportation, invisibility, smoldering intensity. Trust me, that is a thing. The list never ends. Of course, it's hard to ignore the X-Men when we talk about an endless supply of superpowers, and that's exactly why I'm counting down my top 10 X-Men superhero power demonstrations in the movies. I'm sorry. Cyclops who? I'm going to be honest here and just say that I totally prefer Alex over Scott Summers. He's just so much more threatening, and he definitely doesn't keep on crying about his dead girlfriend like a little wuss. Weakling. Anyway, the moment I'm talking about is when the young Havok has to train with Charles Xavier and the others to try and control his awesome laser powers. The build-up for this scene is perfect. Alex is already shown as a dangerous mutant who needs to be locked inside a super secure facility to be kept in check. So you can imagine that there's going to be some collateral damage on his first day. And oh boy, does he do some damage or what. He literally lives up to his name and wreaks havoc by creating quite a fiery mess. Those laser beams are on point, and it just doesn't get any more impressive than that. He wasn't even trying to show off. The good old battle between fire and ice. No, that wasn't a Game of Thrones reference. It's good old Bobby against the hot-headed Pyro. The scene actually kicks off with a nice power display from the flaming psychopath as he gets the upper hand. Bobby does give us a glimpse of his icy skills, but they're not good enough till Pyro mocks his education. Bobby ain't gonna sit there and take that kind of talk, man, so he decides to give us Iceman. Oh yeah, that transformation was so sudden and so epic that even Pyro couldn't help but be amazed. Next thing you know, Iceman just blocks his flames as if he's catching mosquitoes and then knocks him out with a headbutt. To top it off, his one-liner at the end was a pretty good counter. Yeah, and it was a bit cheesy too.
You never should have left. Go get her, Tiger.
It's kind of hard to avoid the standard Deadpool entry in an X-Men list, right? But I'm not looking at the foul-mouthed assassin here. I'm talking about Negasonic Teenage Warhead, aka Ellie. She gives us a very pleasant surprise when we finally get a glimpse of her powers against the dangerous angel dust. It's actually the timing of this demonstration that works more than the actual display of power. I mean, we just saw freaking Colossus get his ass whooped in one shot by the mighty lady. Yeah, she's one tough cookie. But then Ellie just goes full Negasonic mode and shows off an awesome atomic burst of energy that sends angel dust flying away. Whoa, nobody was expecting to see that, but everyone loved it. The best part though was Ellie's expression. She literally got one of the best resting bitch faces I've ever seen, man. You go, girl.
Move! Go!
Well, I guess dangerous mutants come in small packages too. I know Laura's supposed to be Wolverine's daughter. Well, I mean, at least scientifically she is. But whoa, she just cranks it up to 1,000 real fast. Logan's nowhere near his best, so we have to rely on Laura to deliver the goods here, and she does not disappoint. She takes on Pierce's men with such ease and disdain that you think she's been doing this stuff for decades. I mean, just look at the little one go. She's got no restraints and she's let it all out. The factory is where we see her at her best, but then she gives us another surprise by showing off her feet claws. Huge shout out to the stunt department for that one because it looks freaking brilliant. I gotta admit, Laura flexes so hard here that I honestly think she outdid some of Logan's power displays from his earlier days. She truly is worthy of carrying on the Wolverine legacy. Power demonstration is pretty much like a flex, and we all know who's got the best flex in X-Men history. That's right, freaking Quicksilver. This is actually a two-part scene where Magneto's illegitimate kid breaks him out of his cell by shattering glass from some rapid tapping. Freaking cool, right? After that, he zips his dad past a bunch of guards and changes his outfit within a second. Oh yeah, and if that wasn't epic enough, we get the epic kitchen sequence right after. I mean, I don't even know if there are any words to describe the beauty of this scene. It's just so graceful. It might be made to look funny with the song and the little pranks he pulls off, but this is some serious speed and it just goes on to show how much of a badass Quicksilver can be. For some reason, I just keep coming back to this scene again and again. It's just like an artsy ballad.
Full slide secure.
Now And you know I never get tired of praising this brilliant opening sequence. It's easily up there amongst the best scenes ever. Nightcrawler might normally just be some sweet innocent German dude, but he sure knows how to bring the heat when he's set loose. Yeah, he's somewhat in a trance in this showdown, but that doesn't take anything away from such an impressive display of skills and powers. It's the perfect mix of his fighting and teleportation abilities, and it does a great job of showing us how useful the Blue Rascal can be in battle. I mean, geez, even the President of the United States isn't safe, all despite those tax dollars. Those White House guards really stood no chance against the flawless action of Kurt Wagner's powers, and I might have even given him the top spot if that one guy didn't stop him right at the end. Okay, enough with all these mutants showing off their moves with their attacking abilities. It's time to shine a light on the powers of defense. In what I consider to be the most memorable sequence in 2013's The Wolverine, our friend Logan finds himself in the middle of World War II as a prisoner of war in Japan. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why doesn't he just pull off a typical Wolverine and escape? Well, that is a valid question, as are all the countless others around this troubled movie, but I'm willing to look past that because our man literally survives a nuclear freaking blast. Yeah, I'm not tripping or anything. Logan literally shields Yashida from the Nagasaki bombing, although that does prove to be a mistake later on. And to see Logan recover from it so quickly is probably the best we've ever seen his healing abilities.
No, wait! No, wait!
Who would have thought that we'd see Professor X at his most lethal self when he's having a literal seizure? Yeah, we all know Charles isn't one for violence, but I for one was really glad to see the true potential of his powers if they were ever used in battle. Yeah, these mutants better count their lucky stars that he's no Bruce Banner. This scene actually begins with a massive disturbance that freezes everyone and renders them almost brain dead, except for Logan and Laura, probably because of their healing abilities. But seriously, just look at the range of this attack. Charles isn't even at full power in this movie. What's so great about this scene is the way it's been shot. The tension that keeps building right till the very end when Logan injects Charles with his medication is just top class. I mean, it really made me anxious all the way through and I was breathing a sigh of relief, just like Logan and Laura were by the end of it. Now, if you thought that prison scene was a gem, well, let me just clarify by saying I was talking about this entry when I was referring to the best flex scene in X-Men history. Bro, this shouldn't even be possible by any conceivable stretch of the imagination. Alex kind of messes up big time and triggers an explosion that almost certainly gonna destroy the entire X-Mansion, but guess who just casually drops by for an epic rescue? Yeah, Quicksilver literally goes through the entire mansion and rescues each and every resident, almost every resident, with still enough time to drink some soda and save that cute little pizza-loving doggo too. I mean, you can forgive him for Alex because he was just too close to the blast. Otherwise, this is as fast as it gets for a speeding youngster. Sweet dreams really are made of this. You know what? I could rave on and on about Quicksilver or Professor X or even the goddamn Wolverine, but none of them have got anything on my Queen Storm, played by the woman of my dreams, Halle Berry. Yes. Now this scene begins with the X-Men in the X-Jet heading on their mission to stop Stryker from completing his typical bad guy mission. However, they experience some disturbance when they get attacked by some enemy jets. Well, that's enough for Storm to pull out the big guns, or in this case, tornadoes. Yeah, she doesn't hold back as she summons a whole freaking army of them in a legendary display befitting the boss woman. Yeah, I know that Jean Grey and Magneto help out later, but the mere sight of all of those tornadoes being controlled by just one mutant is more than enough to claim top honors. I was so glad that they didn't underpower her the same way they did in the OG film, and that would have been a serious jinx. Get it? Because she was Jinx in the James Bond movie as well? You get that, yeah? And there you go, TV men. Those were my top 10 X-Men superhero power demonstrations. So, do you think I nailed this one? Or do you want to come at me in the comments? Take your pick. Also, like, share, and subscribe to keep up with all the content that's coming your way. Trust me, I'm going to keep it going. You can also make special requests by supporting me via my Patreon link in the description below, so don't forget to check that one out too. Alright then, bye-bye.